Okay, um, sorry. Well, first off, I did what I could with scissors, so I'm a little more trimmed up, but not by much, and it's not exactly trimmed out the way I want it to be, and not even whatever, but it's fine. Um, but it's been, over a week now since I've been away, and I've been thinking, because, I have the means now to be able to stream and stuff again. I don't know. I just hesitate because I've been thinking about a lot of things, I guess. And I don't know, I was planning to do a personal video like this like a while ago. Like, it was supposed to be my leaving video, but now it's this. But I well, I got some news anyway. Some good news is that I started boxing again. I have a gym that I'm going to now. And and it felt good. Yesterday was my first day because it's now like 2 a.m. Because as soon as I got home, I fell asleep because it's 2 miles there and 2 miles back. So, on top of all the exercise I'm doing. So, I'm going to be hopefully losing a lot of weight fast. Or at least good enough to fight, because we were talking about it. And it's cool because his name's George. But he didn't care about the money right away. So, that's why I was able to start. Because obviously I'm broke. Finding a job is hard. Some of the mistakes I made, if you're in the Discord server, it's not helping the case at all, but, you know, just when you feel like you got a lot, when you just feel heavy, I guess. And I'm sorry, I meant to have like a more, how do you say it, like coherent uh, conversation to have, but it's just, me, and if you've ever been with my multiple channels I've deleted and gone through, I'm never coherent with one sentence and one thought and idea. But yeah, I just figured I'd let everybody know in the beginning that, yeah, I started boxing back. And I'm very excited. And that's why I finally decided to make this video, because I don't know, this past week and some change, I've had to get over a lot of stuff. I've had to realize that this isn't the end. But there's still things that haunt me, but it's just like having this happen today and just seeing others like doing personal videos and stuff, like, Chilled Chaos. I don't know if anybody knows him, but if you do, I'm sure you've seen his latest video about him officially retiring from making content, even though he's been doing it for so long and all these things. And it's just like, and he was wanting to grow outside of Chilled Chaos, but then you got like, Vanos and his crew, right? The Vanos crew and stuff, where it's like, you know, I'm trying not to speak like I know him, but Evan, he he has his own channel and he does his music and stuff. So, but he still uploads. So it's like, he kind of balances it in a good way. And I've just been needing to learn that. So I've been feeling like I could balance it in a way, and also try to find a job. But I mean, one victory at a time. But I don't know. I just figured maybe I could balance it and we keep going with this thing. I mean, like, I'm up now, because because I fell asleep as soon as I got home. I think I got home close to 10 o'clock. And then I just passed out because I was so tired. Because obviously I haven't worked out like that in years. But, I don't know. I just have questions because it's like I've seen videos, not just like of famous, but just like lower streamers and just looking around, and it's just like, do I really impact people like, uh, like there was this one video I saw where it's like, you could be the reason why someone doesn't end their life, through, your streaming and your content and just interacting with them and treating them like you know, like a person, like they are seen, and just things like that. Just they're seen, and and I get that actually. I mean, coming from the other side of the camera, it's like I've always it's always helped me keep going to do this. It's not like I don't love doing this. It's just I don't know. I've changed as a person a lot through my faith. And I just always question because it's like, I have friends and stuff that still are who are either, don't follow or just, still cuss here and there, and it's just like I don't know. It's like maybe I shouldn't really worry about my public image, but it's just like what am I trying to propose? Because at the same time it's like it's not the biggest deal in the world that, you know, not everyone's all cleaned up, I just sorry there's flies in here. I just have to I don't know, just reconcile with the fact that I probably I don't know. I want to be known as a Christian streamer. I just don't know if people will accept me as one. Is the biggest thing, just because I let my friends do what they want because I can't control them. They have free will, and I don't know. It's just a thought that I get in the back of my mind because I don't want to I don't want to bring it up and make it seem like it's their fault that I'm not streaming or whatever. Like I don't want to put the blame on anybody. I just wanted to be known that these are just some of my thoughts that I think about. And just like, and because I've made choices too on influences around me that I shouldn't have. And it's just like, while I'm still trying to learn what it all means, do I need to have it publicly? I don't know. Because obviously none of us are perfect. I'm not trying to say that I am or anyone else is. It's just concerns sometimes that I have because, I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm a hypocrite, Because at the end of the day, it is my fault that these influences get to me. But, I try to do better. And I have done better, but I've also fallen. Of course, you gotta get back up and that whole ordeal, but... So, I guess what I'm trying to say is... Because I'm kind of just dumping everything I've been thinking about lately. It's just like, because clearly, like, you see me in, like, my solo stuff, and then you see me with my friends. It's just, I don't know. I also just feel like I let them down in a way because I'm not the same anymore, I guess, Because, like, back on Kendenis Goku and stuff like that, we'd always cuss and, I don't know, say things, and I don't know. It's just such a weird thing that I just have boggling all the time, but I know they don't care, that I follow my faith, and they know that I don't care that they do or don't, or, wherever part of the path they are in their lives. It's just, at the end of the day, I love and care about all of them, and all of you, of course, watching, and everyone who doesn't, it's just, I want to make sure that I'm not, I don't know, I'm just not a problem, I guess. But, I don't know. That's not the question I wanted to ask you, but we just kind of got on the topic, and like I said, I know all my brothers are going to watch this, and just know, I'm not saying that anything is your fault. I'm not trying to put anything on you. I just, like I'm saying, I just worry that I'm too strict sometimes. But it's like at the same time, I can't help it. My life has changed, but I don't know. I just hope that you understand that even though I'm on this path, for everybody who interacts with me or whatever, who's a part of my life, just know it doesn't mean that I expect you to, be as constricted as I am. Because we're all on different paths in our lives. And I don't know. I've always just felt comfortable like this now. But other than that, I just wanted to ask too, it's just like, do I impact you guys still even after all these years? I mean, it's been years, it's just been so many channels, and now it's like, I never cared about the numbers. I just wanted to have a good community, and sometimes, like in past channels, that didn't happen. And even though I could have probably had a little bit of fame, I just threw it away. I started making money on YouTube, I'm sure, and started skyrocketing, but it's just, I don't know. It's not what it's about. And I know that. And that's why I know it's like, if I'm going to be like a leader of this community, or like, a king to the kingdom, and like, because like a king is nothing without his people, right? And a leader is nothing without his community, and like, a channel is nothing without the community and the people. And I guess I just want to know if it still matters to you all, because I don't want to keep going just because I want to. I want to keep going because I know I'm still impacting people in a good way. I don't want to impact people in a negative way. And I don't know, this is all just stuff coming from the heart and off my chest, just, because I love you all, and I don't want to take away from other streamers that are leading better than me, I guess I should say. Because God knows this journey that we've been on, and that's led me to here, has not been good. But I would still like to grow together. I would still like to be, your king, or, your leader, however you want to put it, as long as you let me. Because I know it's just, I don't know. I've thrown away a lot for, I don't know, maybe not good reasons, or maybe good reasons, I don't know. I haven't figured that out. But I've also just realized that I've needed to give up on, the gaming crew that I was trying to create. That's also something I was going to talk about. It just came to my mind. Because I wanted to have a whole crew uploading, like the Venos crew, clearly. That's where I got my inspiration. I'm pretty sure I said that on a stream at one point. But clearly that's gone. Like, especially from our original group, like I still have Demo left and Chris, Red Rocket, but that's about it. Rem's gone, Ghost is gone, Royal's gone. I know you're not supposed to hang on to the past, but it's just like I'll never forget those guys. I'll never forget. QB Crasher either. He was my first inspiration. I mean, and he's doing well for himself too. I know he'll never know it's me, but I still want to support him because he supported me. But yeah, I don't know. It just sucks, but it's a reality that I have to accept, that the whole gaming thing I wanted to create is gone. Or crew, I should say. But just because I don't have a crew that I could have anymore doesn't mean I have to stop, Because I know I can accept the reality that I will never have that crew and will never have that house in Nebraska. But it's just fond memories. But I'm learning to move forward. I have to say these things, And like ever since I started uploading to the internet, it's like I've always just used this as therapeutic stuff when I'm not gaming, And like right now I got most of the Resident Evils installed. So that might happen. I don't know if it'll happen today or what. But it definitely will happen at some point because, if, on the feedback I get, that's probably what we'll start with when I come back. I might stream with friends here and there. I don't know. It just depends on who's on or not because, my close friends, my brothers, they've been going through it themselves, I know they need their spaces, but hey, if you end up watching this all the way to the end, just know I love you guys, I really do, and take all the time you need, but just know that, please don't give up, I won't give up either, and that goes for everybody, just everybody watching this, if you somehow made it to the end, just don't give up, because there's still so much to life, and life can be beautiful if you find the beauty in it. And definitely don't trap yourselves inside. It's just like the worst thing you can do. Because I've felt better than I ever have in a long time. Just being out there, because like I said, it was a 2-mile walk and to the boxing gym. And yeah, it was great. Just being a part of life. But and think about it, and just the people you impact, just online or offline. Because if you can't keep going for yourself, keep going for them. And if you are, a follower of Christ, then keep going for Christ. Jesus Christ died for you, Don't let it be all for nothing, Don't take your own life. You were paid for with a high price. Remember that. But yeah, That's all I really have to say. Just at the end of the day, just let me know if you would like to see me continue. I guess that's just the best I could say, because like I said, I could either A, stream all these Resident Evil games, or if you guys, want me to just kind of disappear, then I will. Like, I don't have any problem. And I'll just play the Resident Evil games on my downtime. But either way, I was gonna do my Ken and his Goku outro, but I better not. But just from all these years, just thank you all, who stayed. And I'm sorry for the mistakes I've made. But either way, I love you all. God bless you all. Take care of yourselves. And I'll see you in the next one. Because if I don't end it, this is going to go on for a long time. Maybe I'll just do like a just chatting stream, and then we can talk more if you want. I don't know. But yeah, just like I said, I've been streaming more on Twitch. Let me know if you want me back on YouTube. I don't know. Like, I have a lot of followers on Twitch. Well, I mean, not a lot, but you know what I mean. Just more than I expected. So, I don't know. Either way, just food for thought. Take care. Peace.